Hey guys, and welcome to the video. We're going to be discussing a motorcycle accident that happened on set of the now cancelled Batgirl movie, and DC having a lawsuit filed against them. So let's dive into this DC news. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay up to date with all the movie news we have going on around here, guys. So guys, we're going to jump into this Screen Rant article, Batgirl Extra suing Warner Brothers for on-set motorcycle accident filming the now scrapped DC movie. Warner Brothers is being sued by an extra from the scrapped Batgirl movie after an on-set motorcycle accident left her in hospital clinging to life. So yeah, guys, this has just come to light that there's obviously been some sort of accident that we weren't privy to at the time, and it looks like someone almost lost their life due to, a motorcycle accident to some degree. Anyway, guys, let's jump into this article and see if it can clear up any kind of more news about what happened and what's going on. So, with the movie already holding an infamous history due to its cancellation, an extra from the Batgirl movie is now suing Warner Brothers for an on-set motorcycle accident, helmed by Bad Boys for Life, Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah. The movie was set in the DC Extended Universe and would have explored Barbara Gordon as she looks to help fight crime in Gotham, becoming the titular heroine, beginning with stopping arsonist Firefly, led by DCEU newcomers Leslie Grace and Brendan Fraser, and the returns of J.K. Simmons as Jim Gordon and Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne. The movie was infamously shelved in August 2022, following the Warner Brothers Discovery merger. Yeah, guys, so they decided to scrap the movie. It was a tax write-off in the end. I believe that the Warner Brothers executives came out and said that they didn't believe the movie was up to par. It wasn't good enough for the DC brand. They didn't want to hurt the DC brand by releasing this kind of low-quality movie. And they just decided to tax write it off. So, yeah, that's where we are with that, guys. So, over a year after the movie was shelved, The Sun has brought word that Batgirl Extra is aiming to sue Warner Brothers for an on-set motorcycle accident filming the scrapped DC project. Christina Stanovici, sorry if I'm butchering that, Christina Stanovici, shared the gruesome details of both her injuries during the shoot, including being left for nearly an hour without proper medical help. Wow, that's real bad, guys. Left for an hour without medical help. And the lengthy healing process, took 3 days in the ICU and 17 months in which she still feels the pain from the metal rod in her leg. Wow, it was that bad that she needed a metal rod. Wow. 3 days in ICU and 17 months. Wow. So at the time of writing, Warner Brothers has not responded to Stanovici's lawsuit filing, nor is the amount of compensation she is calling for known. See what Stanovici said below. So we've got this really big sort of comment here or quote from the person, the extra who had the motorcycle accident. So let's hear from them themselves and see what they have to say. So to hear the anesthesiologist say, quote, "We had our fingers crossed for you," really sends a chill down your spine. The surgeon told me it was one of the worst cases he has seen in the 8 years at hospital. They had a motorcycle with cameras, on top of it was filming. It hit me from the right side and I went flying into the air. I started screaming to get attention of the paramedics as I remember seeing an ambulance on site in the previous days. I lay there for almost an hour while they checked me and stabilized me. Unfortunately, I didn't lose my consciousness. The memory will forever traumatize me. I broke a lot of bones, my femur, my tibula plateau, my pubic bone, a lot of non-displaced fractures in the pelvis, a broken thumb, a laceration to the head. They did the femur surgery after approximately 10 hours. It lasted more than 5 hours. I had 5 blood transfusions and I almost died. Wow, guys, this is just absolutely incredible. 5 blood transfusions and almost died. Absolutely, she's right to, if the accident wasn't her fault, she is completely right to sue Warner Brothers for this. This is like life-altering accident here. The amount of damage that's caused to her body, and if she can land the lawsuit at Warner Brothers and get money for her injuries, absolutely go for it. I have a rod in my femur that goes from the hip to the knee. I was supposed to have 2 incisions, top and bottom, but due to a severe swelling, they had to cut my whole leg to relieve the pressure. I went through what I hope was the hardest times of my life alone. Even after 17 months, my leg still hurts and is weak. Not to mention it's deformed, which adds to my trauma. This leg will need another 1 or 2 surgeries, but it will never be the same again. The recovery was and is horrendous. I'm still in pain every single day, every single step. People might think it's just a broken leg, No, it's a tragedy. Your body is wrecked and your mind follows. Absolutely, guys. The mind is linked to the body. And when you damage parts of your body, it does affect your mindset sometimes as well. When I was a kid, I broke my wrist on my skateboard. And even though it's fully healed, it doesn't feel the same. It never will feel the same. So I know what she's talking about with her leg. I think conditions should be improved on movie sets, especially because Glasgow is chosen more and more as a city to film in. And obviously, they use extras from Glasgow. They should be thinking about them. I went there to have some fun, to see how it is, what making a movie involves, and look what happens. Yeah, it's just one of these unfortunate accidents, guys. I've said it in previous videos. You know, working on a movie set is no joke. There are, you know, accidents waiting to happen. There's so many moving parts. You know, you've got cameras and rigs and lights and cameras and, you know, vehicles and other actors, and you've got buildings and props, and there's so many things moving all over the place that, you know, you've got to have stringent on-set safety conditions met, because these kind of accidents can happen. So, while it's unclear how much in damages Stanovici, I'm sorry again, guys, if I'm butchering this, but that's how I think you pronounce it, Stanovici, is looking to get from Warner Brothers, the chances of her lawsuit against the studio seem even more difficult to determine. One of the many reasons the studio was said to have shelved Batgirl in the first place was that new CEO David Zaslav was looking to make up a massive debt he inherited from the merger, which was said to be somewhere between 47 to 50 billion. Yeah, that's quite a debt to get a hold of, yeah. A report released in October 2022 indicated that Warner Brothers Discovery saved upwards of $2 billion in tax write-offs, seemingly cementing their faith in shelving the movie in the first place, despite both industry and audience backlash. Yeah, I mean, because we heard about the Batgirl, you know, the Batgirl filming for months and months and months, and we saw the behind-the-scenes footage as well. And, you know, people were really, really excited. And I remember they had that behind-the-scenes mural picture of Batman and Robin, and we were going to, it was possible that we could have seen Batman and Robin pop up, or, you know, we could have seen them in a future Batgirl movie. But then when we heard the movie was scrapped, you know, people were really disappointed. And obviously with disappointment becomes backlash. And, yeah, that kind of thing happens. So Vinci has had a better chance of getting some money from Warner Brothers Discovery for the accident than the movie itself getting a proper release after the write-off. The studio ongoing cost-cutting measures may prove troublesome for her goals. That being said, both the stunt industry and actors in general have been undergoing something of a reassessment by the wider entertainment industry in the wake of the ongoing success of John Wick franchise and the SAG-AFTRA strike. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what was in the SAG-AFTRA strike, like what they were campaigning for, but it was probably safer on-set conditions, you know, I would imagine, to some degree. Many blockbuster productions have found themselves under scrutiny for their on-set safety protocols, especially in the wake of such incidents of Gladiator 2's fire that left 6 crew members injured. Should Stanovici's lawsuit for her Batgirl on-set accident come to fruition and result in a positive outcome for the extra, it would be interesting to see if this sparks further discussions regarding safety of on-action movie sets and studios taking proper accountability for their projects. Yeah, obviously, you know, we've had this Batgirl accident, we've had the Gladiator 2 accident, and there was obviously Alec Baldwin on the set of Rust. Somehow a real bullet got put into a gun, and he ended up shooting the cinematographer and killed her by accident. And yeah, I believe there was some accidents on the Mission Impossible sets as well, you know. So these kind of things just happen, guys. Like I say, it's a really dangerous place to work, you know. There's so many props and big things moving around, and you've got to be aware of what's going on set and make sure proper safety protocols are in place. But yeah, guys, so reading this comment here from the extra who got injured in this motorcycle accident, you know, she says that she was in ICU for 3 days, and you know, even after 17 months, her leg still hurts and is weak. I completely understand that, having broken bones myself. But yeah, guys, like I say, if the accident wasn't a fault of her own, then she's absolutely entitled to try and, you know, get money out of Warner Brothers for this, because they're life-altering injuries. Nobody deserves to be injured in this way, regardless of what job or what you're doing. And yeah, that's where we are, guys. So guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this potential lawsuit from this extra here who suffered this horrendous, you know, accident on set. Do you think she's right to sue Warner Brothers, or do you think she's not right? I'd love to know what your thoughts are about this, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.